Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Machin Leira Online Smicha. As we've done through many species, many animals, many creatures, Chazal tell us you could learn from everything in the world. So one of the creatures is Svardeya. Svardeya is commonly translated a frog. Where do we know the Svardeya from? We know that one of the Makkahs, one of the Esa Makkahs in Mitzrayim was a Svardeya. It is interesting to note what the Makkah actually was in Mitzrayim is a machlokes in the Mefarshei Torah. It is commonly explained, commonly translated, that the Tzvardeya is a frog, and it's actually brought clearly in the Even Ezra in Parshas Ve'era that the Tzvardeya is mimin hanimtza beroiv narish ba'olam. It's this creature that's in most of the waters in the world. Shemekarkarim and mashmiim koil. They make a noise, and the noise is part of the makkah. Actually, why the Eibishter sent the Tzvardeya as a makkah? It says in Psikta that one of the reasons the Eibishter sent the Tzvardeya because the goyim, the Mitzrayim, were always screaming on the Jews. So the Eibishter punished them with a animal, with a creature like a Tzvardeya, that you go crazy from the sounds that it makes to correspond to the crime of them screaming at the Yidden. Now that's most of the Mefarshim say that Tzvardeya is the frog. However, if you look at Rabbeinu Bechaya in Parshas Boi, Perik Yud Pasik Yutes, Rabbeinu Bechaya says that the Tzvardeya is actually not a frog, it's a crocodile. And the Rabbeinu Bechaya says it's the type of animal a creature that lives in water. Usually, it's most of the time spends in the water. Sometimes it comes out of the water and it will even grab humans. It will take humans, and it's a very dangerous animal. And Barbanel backs it up by saying that it makes sense that it was the crocodile, especially during that time, that Makkah, because just before that there was Makkah's Dam, and Makkah's Dam, their normal sustenance for these crocodiles, they survive on all the fish and all the things in the water, died or verstunken. So now they had to come out, and the danger was they came out to dry land. They started actually eating people. And according to the Barbanel, according to Rabbeinu Bechaya, it was a crocodile. But the most common interpretation for Tzvardeya is a frog. What does the word Tzvardeya mean? So in Tana Devei Eliyahu, Perek Zayin, it says, the word Svardeya means Tzipor Sheyesh Baideya. It's a very intelligent bird. What does it mean? Because the Tzvardeya has intelligence that it knows how to communicate very well. The reason it makes its sounds is to send a signal to the birds who are very, very thirsty to show them where the water is. So they have a way of communication, and that communication is a deya. Svardeya, it's like a creature that has a sheer amount of das. It's a very intelligent animal. Now, if you say that a Svardeya is taka, has das more than usual, you could understand the very famous Gemara. The Gemara says a Kal V'Chomer, how Maro Chananya Mishol Varzarya Shemasru Nashram Shemasru Atzmam Al Kedushas Hashem Lekiv Shemaish. The Gemara, and this is in the Gemara says in Mishol Chananya Mishol Varzarya, what made them allow themselves to jump into the fire and go on Kiddush Hashem? What made them think that they should kill themselves for Kiddush Hashem? And the Gemara tells us they lamdu Kal V'Chomer mitzvardim. They learned. They made a Kal V'Chomer for the Tzvardim. Madach Tzvardim. They went in Mesiras Nefesh as happened by the Makkah. They went into the ovens. They went in everywhere dangerous to fulfill God's will. They went on Mesiras Nefesh. If a Tzvardeya was willing to do this, Chananya, Mishol, Vazariah say, we of course should do it. And the question is obvious. A Tzvardeya is a creature. A Tzvardeya is a Baal Chai. If a Baal Chai has no deya, has no intellect, what are you comparing a human to a Baal Chai? And why are you saying that since the Tzvardeya went in Mesiras Nefesh, a human should go in Mesiras Nefesh also? So some Taka answer, from here there's a proof that the Tzvardeya, they were able to learn a Kal V'chemer from the Tzvardeya because the Tzvardeya is an intelligent species, an intelligent creature, yet it went on Kiddush Hashem to fulfill God's will. So Hananya, Mishael, Varzariah did the same. Another Pirish why it's called Tzvardeya is brought in the name of, in the Maril, that Tzvardeya means Tzafardeya. Tzafar means morning. Tzafra, the Moratav. Tzafra means morning. The Tzvardeya knows very well when the morning comes, and as the morning comes, it starts making its sounds. So Tzafar, either Tzipardeya, meaning an intellectual bird, an intellectual creature, or it knows very well, Tzafar, it's able to differentiate when the night is over and the day is coming. What is one of the main things that the Tzvardeya did? The Tzvardeya made noise. Now, it's interesting about the Machlekes I mentioned earlier. If it was the Tzvardeya de Makkah was a crocodile or a frog, the Netziv actually makes a compromise. And he says, in Eretz Mitzrayim, throughout Eretz Mitzrayim, it was just a regular frog. In Beis Parai, it was the crocodile. Okay, so what is the Tzvardeya known for? The Tzvardeya is known for the noise making. And as we see before, I said before, that there was a punishment, midah keneged midah, for them screaming, the Mitzrayim screaming at the Yidden. It actually says in Sifsei Chachamim, the Pasuk in Parshas Ve'era says, Vayetze Moshe va'Aaron me'im Parei, they left Parei, when Parei was willing to give in after Makas Tzvardeya. It says, Vayitzak Moshe al Hashem. Moshe had to scream out to the Eibishter because to try to remove the Tzvardim. So the Sifsei Chachamim brings Makshim ha'olam. Why by Tzvardeya it says Vayitzak Moshe al Hashem, and by the other Makas it says he daven? And he answers, since the halacha about tefillah is that a maspalo tzorich lashmiel la'aznov, that someone in davens has to hear what he is saying, the tzvardim are different than all other Makas. All other Makas cause chaos, yes, but noise, the meshagayis of the noise, the annoyance of the noise, there isn't. The tzvardeya, the chirping or the sound making is so loud and so meshuga that Moshe Rabbeinu had to scream to be able to hear what he's davening, and only then his tefillah was niskabel.